Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to Not Quite Yarnum. We're actually in one of the Chalice dungeons at the moment. We're in the It's Gravestone Chalice dungeon. I know I said I wasn't going to do many of the Chalice dungeons from here on in, and I'm not. I'm only going to show you things that interest me in the Chalice dungeons from here on in. And this does interest me. This is one of the weirder Chalice dungeons. As you can see, it's one of those that's more influenced by the arcane. There is like this blue tinge to everything. There's this arcane haze in the air. And there's also all of these weird Lovecraftian extra-dimensional growths and fungi and things everywhere. It's a really strange, fun, interesting Chalice dungeon, this one. I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm going to show you this one. It's not, I mean, it hasn't got the most interesting bosses. You can actually predict what they are. They're all from the main game, and they're all kin-based monstrosities, as you might have guessed. So you can probably tell what they're going to be. Even so, I like this one. It is kind of fun. And because they are from the main game, they're not like the more interesting, unique bosses. I am going to break my rule of not using allies down here for some of the bosses down here, because although they are enemies we have fought already, they're bosses we fought before. They are upgraded versions of them, and they are bloody hard. I'm telling you now. There's one in particular at the end of this Chalice dungeon who's a nightmare. A flat-out nightmare. I can tell you. Oh, someone dead there. And all this is like, I love this Chalice dungeon. I love the architecture of it. I think the implication is these are the depths where the scholars of Bergenworth and the hunters of Bergenworth first found Ebrietas. Because we know that Ebrietas was the first great one that they found down here. She was the one that was left behind, the daughter of the cosmos, when the other great ones ascended along with the Thumerian civilization to parts unknown. As a result, this whole area is just infested with kin-like entities, and even the flowers and plant life are redolent of the kin. It's kind of interesting. I like that. I mean, I know the Chalice dungeons are not remarkably different from one another, and if they do another Bloodborne, they really should do like as I said in an earlier video, like a roguelike system where they are significantly different from one another. I mean, the PS5 could do that. Oh, what the what? I've never ever seen that before. It's some weird like teleport trap. I've never seen that before. Ever. And I've played this game a lot, so yeah. Mind you, that said, have you seen like some of the YouTube videos about the Chalice dungeons? There are people still finding new stuff down here. Things that haven't been seen before. It's kind of weird in that regard. Oh, it's a Thumerian. A very malnourished Thumerian. They seem to be generally malnourished. Yeah, don't step into the ring of candles, I think, is the optimum way here. But then again, the Thumerians have been trapped down here underneath Yarnum for millennia, so it's hardly any wonder, is it really? Ew. Oh, yeah, well there's a clue as to what the ultimate boss of this Chalice dungeon is going to be. And no, you don't get 3 guesses. I'll tell you what though, this Chalice dungeon is great for upgrading. The amount of blood echoes you get down here is insane, which will hopefully stand me in good stead for when I fight bloody Ludwig. I have been trying to fight Ludwig in the Hunter's Nightmare, because I want to get that done before I face the final boss, obviously. Ludwig is a bit of a roadblock, my loves. He is so hard to do. Oh, it's a brain sucker. I'm getting there. Another kin-based enemy. Everything down here is kin-based, I think, apart from the rats and the werewolves. But yeah, I will do. I'm getting there. Ludwig, there's no room for error with Ludwig. There's no hiding places with him. You can't sort of fudge it with Ludwig. You've just got to do it right. You've got to learn how he works and do it right. He's the hardest boss in the game. Super hard on New Game Plus. And when I do beat him, you're gonna have to like take your headphones off, because I will shriek in joy. I can tell you, I will burst your eardrums and your eyeballs in sheer frenzied ecstasy. Anywho, I'm going to cut out the going to Hunter's Dream. I'm just going to spend the Blood Echoes, because you get tons down here. So I go up quite a few levels down here, which is nice. Hello, you! It's another Thumerian! With a scythe. I don't think you're going to do much gardening down here, unless you like cultivating fungus and weird tree roots. Num 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 num. Then again, it looks like eating anything down here would be not only bad for your physical health, but probably your spiritual health too. Oh, hello. There's a little annex here. Let's go and have a look. It's always exciting, but it's always kind of frightening. They often put really difficult formations of enemies down these little annexes. Some of the rooms are often very tricky indeed. In fact, there's one coming up that I remember that I just quit on because it's too... The placement of enemies is nightmarish. It's absolutely nightmarish. And there's not much you can do about it. These chalice dungeons, they're not procedurally generated, I don't think. But they're as near as damn it, basically. And some of the rooms, when they occur, are very, very, very trickily laid out. So it's luck of the draw, really. But imagine like this system, like a chalice dungeon system, that's much more varied. That oh hello, oh there's a hunter down here. That's a charnel hunter as well. Interesting. And he's got his dogs with him. Oh shit. Yeah, these hunters are always accompanied by these things, these unique dogs, these hellhound dogs. Best thing you can do, lead them away, because the dogs are quite tough. He's quite tough as well. Lead the dogs away one by one. They are much more threatening than their scabrous nature would suggest. They can breathe fire as well, so you want to be careful of these. If you look, they're well on their ways to becoming the beast-possessed soul. They look like they're becoming the beast-possessed souls. And the fact that they breathe fire suggests that, because the beast-possessed souls are pyromancers. There's always like these wonderful little suggestions on echoes of narrative in this game and its monsters. Oh, there's a nightmare apostle in here too. Ah, those spiders. Ugh, they're vile. Some of the most unpleasant spiders in all of video games, if you ask me. Look at them. Ugh. Go away, vile thing. I can see why they call you nightmare apostles, quite frankly. Yeah, let's lead them out, because we can't fight them all. Let's play this smart. At least there's not one of the big ones down here. I don't know if you can encounter the big ones, like the really big nightmare apostles in the chalice dungeons. Maybe you probably can, I've just never found them. I mean, there's a couple of bosses I've never fought in the chalice dungeons, one of which is very significant indeed. I'm sure we'll find her eventually. Hello, there's a Scrabbly down here. Let's get him first. So he's the honey for the trap, yeah? Alright, let's kill you. These guys aren't so tough, not really. Because I've said that now, haven't I? And yes, we do have that outfit, and it is magnificent. It looks good. I mean, it's not particularly strong, but it is quite good. It looks fabulous. I love the hat. I love it. Bye-bye, Mr. Charnel Hunter. He's often a boss down here. He's called the... I think the Sentinel of the Old Lords, or something like that. Something to that effect. Much tougher as a boss as well. You just got to catch him in viscerals. He's really vulnerable to visceral attacks, and I mean, like, ridiculously vulnerable. He does have some very nasty long-range attacks, so you've got to be careful of him. There's a ghost there. What's he doing? Anything else? I get turned around very easily in these dungeons. The blue tint is kind of confusing. It makes them look... It makes areas look like you've already been there or you haven't been there before. It's kind of weird. Do you see the arcane haze in the air as well? That's cool. I like that. What have we got here? A poison knife. Okay. I think that was for use against the hunter up there. Oh, a bit late now. Yeah, so... oh, it's another bloody brain sucker. So if they do like another Bloodborne, There's so much they could do with this system, the Chalice Dungeon system. It could be almost an entire other game in itself. Ow, God! You're gonna have to be careful because this is an active one as well, so this one can grab us and suck out our insight. Goodbye! What's in the coffin then? Anything good? Yeah. Ritual blood. Yay! Always useful. It actually is. It allows us to activate some of the lower Chalice dungeons, so pretty good, really. We're going to start running into the Thumerian bosses soon in these Chalice dungeons. There are bosses that are like Thumerian Elders and Thumerian Sentinels, and they're tough. They are very nasty. Got to be careful with them. One of them in particular is a bleeding nightmare. I can't remember what he's called though. He's got like lots of different... He switches between different states. And you've got, depending on what states you find him in, depends on what weaknesses he has, which is very frustrating. I've got lots of blood echoes. I need to go and... Oh no, I haven't. Not really. Not too many. I suppose I could go and do the boss. What is the boss of this area anyway? I don't know. I'm going to cut out the Hunter's Dream sections. You don't want to see me just hobnobbing with the doll and spending my blood echoes, really. I'm surprised the Bergenworth scholars and then the Healing Church after them left any of the Thumerians alive, to be honest. I mean, we will get down to just how awful Bergenworth was during its invasion. Oh, it's a brain sucker boss. Okay, fair enough. Not too difficult. I mean, problematic, definitely. It can suck our brains, as the name suggests, and it will. Oh no, it's got us, so it is going to suck our brains now. Doesn't matter, it's no big deal. I mean, it's taking our insight, but we'll soon make that back. I love the way your hunter flops back like that, it's so funny. Oh, he's trying to hold us with arcane force. We're not having that. Not a tough boss, this one, really. There's a couple of these in the Chalice dungeons where they take normal enemies from the game and turn them into bosses. So there is a pig. There's one of the pigs that's called the Man-Eater Boar that's a boss. Oh, he's going to grab us. Oh no. Ew. I love the way that flatworm thing is animated. It's incredible. Again, these things, the brain suckers, are products of either Bergenworth or the Healing Church's experiments, designed to suck out insight. Well, did that give us a blood rock? Bloody hell, that's good. If it did, that's fantastic. What have we got? I'm just looking to see if I've got any Madman's Knowledge to replace my insight there. I don't, but it's fine. There's more than enough bosses left that will replenish our insight. It's at 90 anyway, so who cares, really? Okay, down to the next level! Magnificent that these elevators still work, isn't it, really? It's a gravestone, layer 2. Just double checking. I haven't found like a secret area for a long time. There's bound to be some down here. Yes, according to Gehrman, the hunters new hunters are expected to come down here as a way of testing their mettle and proving themselves. Look! Oh wow! I've never seen this room before in my life. Seriously, I've been playing this game for so long and I've never seen this room or that altar before. That's just the way of the Chalice dungeons. It depends on how they fall. That looks like it moves, actually. It looks like something just died. Mysteriously. And I got the blood echoes for it. Ha! I like getting credit for someone else's kills. Or for someone else's accidents. Maybe a Thumerian tripped over. Yeah, it's entirely possible. There's a lot to trip over down here. Okay. Ooh. I hear blobby things. I definitely hear... Ah, it's a Thumerian. He was hiding. Goodbye. So these Chalice dungeons are Yharnam. Or rather, they are what Yharnam originally was. The great expanse of this underground labyrinth is the entire it's a nightmare apostle. Is the entire civilization of Thumeria, which was originally Yharnam. It was named after its queen, who we've met, of course. We met her after Rom was defeated in the Moonside Lake. Yeah, nightmare apostles. Not nice. They are vile. There's a different type of them over here, the ones that have human heads, which is distressing. Look, they're up there. Ugh. They'll descend when we get close to them. Blech. Why they've got human heads, I don't know, but it seems to be a gift from Amygdala, that. To those that the Amygdala favours. Assuming it favours anyone, of course. We've only got Patch's word for that, and he's not exactly reliable. Infant Great Ones! Yay! Specifically, Ebrietas' Infant Great Ones, and a Brainsucker. Wonderful. They give good blood echoes, these things. For being such easy enemies, they give really good blood echoes. Look at that. Hello, you! We just defeated a big one of you. Gotcha. Yeah. Also, very vulnerable to viscerals. If you can learn how to do that, the visceral attack thing, it's very useful for you. It's phenomenally useful for you. Not all enemies can be visceral, but the vast majority of them can. Even the big monsters, you know? You just got to learn when to do it. And then that can be tricky. There's a bell here. It's interesting. Bells are usually bad news in these games. They usually have a very negative connotation. Oh look, we're on the upper level now. Interesting. I wonder if there's a way of getting that central statue thing to move. I'm sure there is. Hello? Ugh. Well, as we know, the Great Ones don't reproduce on their own, so maybe these are remnants... There we go. Maybe these are... Oh, and there's a way down as well. Ew! Maybe these are remnants of Thumerian society. Who knows? Look at the little wings on its back, the little sort of vestigial wings. Oh, it's a lift now it's activated. Okay, that's cool. They don't look especially aerodynamic, do they? Those Ebrietas spawn. Although Ebrietas, she doesn't fly as such. She sort of like galumphs into the air briefly. It's not big on dignity. But then again, for a creature that spits blood out of its cosmos-faced mouth, dignity isn't exactly much of a concept, I imagine. Okay, let's go down here. What is down here? Oh, Thumerians. Lots of them. Oh, I see. You're supposed to fall down and get mobbed, yeah? Oh, well, let's do it. There's a lot of them. Ooh, broken bars. That's not probably not a good sign. So were these prisoners once upon a time? Who knows? They're not exactly hostile, are they? Bloody hell, the blood echoes. So many. I mean, that's what the Chalice Dungeons, beyond anything else, it's what they're for. You know, when Gehrman says that they're for hunters to prove themselves, what he means is they're for the player to level up in. It's another example of how Bloodborne and Dark Souls and practically all the games from Software build the mechanisms of gaming into the lore and the mythology. It's really clever. I wish more games would do that. I really do. There's a whole meta area of narrative and mythology that video games are missing out on there. Oh, where are we? Oh. Oh, there are lots of those living trash piles down here. These things are tough. Oh, and there's a corpse. There's a drowned corpse. Nice. Odd to find these down here. Not odd to find these down here. These things are tough, actually. They can kill you very quickly, so we've got to be careful. You see, they take off a lot of health when they hit you. So look, some of their attacks are devastating, so got to be careful. They may look slow, but they're tough. There's quite a lot of them around here, so gotta be careful. Pearl Slug, that will be useful for later endeavours. God, the Holy Moonlight Blade does absolute business to these things. It really does. Ugh. Living trash pile things. Gross, aren't they? Ugh. Nearly killed us, that one. They're very much like the creatures from Yargul, you know, the ones that were created by the witches? That are just like bound together corpses. They also have they're a D&D reference as well. They're like the living slimes and oozes and puddings from Dungeons and Dragons. And yes, that is very much one of the many influences on this game. I mean, it's very much a roadmap of influences. I mean, there's a load from the manga Berserk in this game. There's a load of Lovecraft, obviously. D&D, steampunk is obviously a massive influence. Werewolf mythology, obviously. Cosmic horror in general. Oh, it's one of them. Oh, it's a Scrabbly. It is a Scrabbly. And he's protected by a weird scorpion thing. Alright. I love those scorpions. If you look at them very closely, if you get a chance to look at them, they're actually, like most of the monsters, derived from human beings. They're clearly either human beings or Thumerians, something humanoid anyway, that's been affected by some hideous occult influence, maybe by the beast blood, and they've morphed gradually into scorpion-like shapes, which is gross. If you look at them very closely, you can see things like pelvic bones, and you can see how the legs of the scorpion are actually the ribs of the former humanoid. Very clever, very cool design. Even the face looks humanoid, it's just stretched and flattened out. Anything secret? Nope. Oh well, worth a try, worth a look. Because you never know, do you? This game, honestly, guys, I mean, it's such a bitch that this is a PS1 exclusive, because I want everybody to play this. I wish it would come to PC like Dark Souls. It deserves to be played, because it is one of the best games ever made. No matter how many times I play this game, I love it every single time. Every single time. It's such an experience. I can't believe it took me so long to get into these games, to be honest. I mean, the story of how I got into these games is kind of fun. I knew of them, but I never played them for some reason. I was just like, well, I think what put me off is the ethos around them of competitiveness, because there is that element to the fan base. There is the get good thing, which doesn't interest me. I don't really care about that. I don't care about the competitive element. I do like the learning element of them. I really like that, but I kind of just let them, you know, I let them slide aside. Then I started seeing bits and pieces of the artwork and design work, and I was like, I perked up, because I love the monsters more than anything. The monsters, the architecture, all that kind of thing. That I was really interested in. But I never really picked them up, you know. I was just sort of like humming and hawing. Oh god, look at this chamber. I have seen this one before, but only rarely. You don't see this chamber often. It's massive, a multi-tiered. Then some friends of mine, a friend of mine, Ray Curran, which many of you may know as I Love Mess, who used to be part of the Transformers collecting community. Very good friend of mine. He got it, and he was like, you know what, George? I love this game, but I can't play it. I can't even get past the first encounter. It looks amazing. I just can't. I don't understand how to play it. Can you have a go and see? I was like, okay, I'll have a go. So whilst I was visiting Ray and his husband John, I played Bloodborne on their PS4, and like him, I couldn't get past the first encounter, that lycanthrope in Yosefska's clinic, and I was like, I'd never played one of these games before. I had no idea what the ethos of them was. So I was like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? I'm clearly doing something wrong. Is it the weapon I'm using? Because that's what it would be in any other video game. There'd be a trick, wouldn't there? There'd be like a technique. There would be a weapon that you need to equip to kill the werewolf. But that's not... Look at him leaping about. That's not how this game or any of the FromSoft games work. And I became fascinated by it. I was like... I got what it was doing quite quickly, where it was a puzzle, basically. And I became absolutely fascinated by it, to the point whereby the next day when I came home, I went into town. This was well before COVID, obviously, and bought Bloodborne. And the minute I started playing it, I was like, okay, yeah, this is a style of game A, I've never played before. I've never seen anything like this before. And B, it's just so far up my alley, I can't even tell you. I just love it. I love it to bits. And since then, I've delved really deep into the lore. I love the background, the implied background of the thing. I've played it multiple times. I've watched people play it on YouTube. Oh, I'm gonna get mobbed. There's a trap. God damn it. Very clever. So you're supposed to get mobbed in the hallway. Very clever. And this is a rare game where it is actually loads of fun watching different people play it, because different people play it differently and react to it differently. So that's a lot of fun. That's a load of fun, seeing how different people respond to the different situations and difficulties that it throws up. And it's one of those games that I kind of ache for. Oh, another mob. When I'm finished with it, I kind of ache for it. Nothing quite satisfies like a FromSoft game. It's cliche at this point, but it's absolutely true. Nothing satisfies like them. They are unique. And there are lots of pretenders to the throne, but none of them are quite the same. Most of them are execrable because they just don't understand what makes these games good, what makes them work. They don't understand the balance of them, or the implied narrative, the mythos that drives them forward, or anything like that. Some of them are good, but they're not as good, There's a Star Wars game out there at the moment that uses similar mechanics and situations, which it's quite good actually. It's not bad. Not really my thing, because I don't like Star Wars. I'm not a Star Wars fan. I know, heresy on the internet, certainly on YouTube, but I don't like Star Wars. It just doesn't do anything for me. I don't hate it. Not really. I like some of the new films. I think some of them are good. Not Rise of Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker is shit. And frankly, Star Wars fans should be insulted by how it pats them on the head and tries to console them, But beyond that, I'm not that bothered about Star Wars. I can't even remember what I was saying now. I've lost my train of thought. Yeah. Anywho, yeah, and after I played Bloodborne, of course, I went and bought... I think I played Dark Souls 3 first, then I played Dark Souls 1, then I played Dark Souls 2, so I played them all ass backwards. Dark Souls 2 is my least favourite of them, and not because I think it's bad per se, I just think it has issues. It has more issues than most of these games do. I played the Scholar of the First Sin version, and that game is a bastard. It's just repulsively evil, to the point whereby areas in it are hideous. And I never want to play them again, quite frankly. I never want to play them again. What's it called? The Iron Fortress or the Iron Keep? That area where there are archers all over the place, arrayed around a lake of fire, and you have to like activate doors and things, and beyond it you've got the smelter demon. I fucking hate that segment. I hate it. I hate the smelter demon as well. It's a terrible boss. It's just not fun and very, very badly situated. That said, I mean, I feel really bad for ragging on Dark Souls 2 because it does some things that are better than any of these games. It really does. Some of the elements of that game are to die for. The setting is incredible. Drangleic is... Oh, it's the Celestial Emissary. Cool. Well, he was easy before. I'm sure he's easy now. It'll be a harder version of him, that's for sure, but he's not that difficult. He's an easy... Look at him go. He's big old blue jelly baby. Not that you'd like to suck on this one, I can tell you. Oh, I don't know. I mean, maybe you would. I mean, if you did, I'm sure you would start to transcend your humanity very quickly. I'm sure it doesn't taste good. It doesn't look like it tastes good. Nothing in this game looks like it tastes good. Nah, he's easy. And with that his mob around him, he's even easier. And they've also given us a lovely big arena to fight him in. Look at his blobby head, he's gorgeous. Love him. Oh, and I've only just noticed his hands have loads of fingers on them. That's really cool. The sort of like Lovecraftian alien subplot in this game is awesome, isn't it? The implication that they are grown from flowers and fungi, but they can also be cultivated from human beings. That's really cool. I love that. Oh, he's doing his arcane chicanery. It's a weaker version of the one that Ebrietas does. We can do that as well with the Call from Beyond item, if we've got the right arcane level. We don't at the moment, I'm afraid. What? I suppose we should start upping our arcane, because our arcane will actually make this sword do more damage, because it's an arcane weapon. You've got to have a certain level of arcane to wield this sword, and I always put it up to a certain level, because I love it. Oh! Down he goes. Bursts. Lovely. I mean, we're doing rather well down here. We're getting quite a few levels up, which is nice. Always essential. Okay, right. I suppose I should go and spend these blue echoes, shouldn't I? Oh well. No, not yet. We haven't got enough yet. I need to get at least up to the 200,000 mark. Then we can go and spend. Okay. Oh, there's another little annex. Okay. Let's go and have a look. It's easy to get lost in these chalice dungeons, it really is, especially when they've got like big subsections like this one. Okay, where are we? Oh, wow, this area is huge. And the scorpions everywhere. Nice. Blue elixir. Oh, it's a hunter! Hello! Bergenworth left you behind, did they? No, it wouldn't be Bergenworth, because you've got Ludwig's Holy Blade, so... Probably the Holy Church. Oh fuck, and we're getting attacked by a scorpion. Oh, he could be from... Yes, he actually could be from Bergenworth, because he had arcane abilities. He had Ebrietas' whatchamacallit, the thing that calls her tendrils. It burst. Yeah, not nice. Oh, look at that. Brilliant attack. I mean, it's hard to imagine how they could make a game as good as Bloodborne ever again, you know. I mean, what they could do is remake it like they did Demon Souls. That would be good. That would be fun. Remake it for the PS5. I'm fine. I'm down with that. Although everybody would love to see another Bloodborne, a Bloodborne 2, a Bloodborne spin-off. Anything that continues the mythology, that gives us something new, you know. And of course the potential is there. I mean, the thing with Bloodborne is the way it's set up its mythology, the stories are potentially infinite. I mean, what if you play one of the hunters that wakes up from the dream, that doesn't transcend it, and that has to face the hunter from this game after they've transcended as the main antagonist, you know, as or meets them as a great one, you know? What if you explore another area, another level of the dream? Oh, it's a Scrabbly. Hello, you. Look at all these gravestones everywhere. They're too big to be for human beings. I'd assume they're either for Thumerians or for Great Ones. It's a Scrabbly rat. Yeah. Who's that? Oh, it's a gravedigger. They've got big pickaxes, these guys. Hideously vulnerable to viscerals, like all the Thumerians. What the... Where are we? Oh. Oh, I can hear it, but where... Oh, bollocks. Oh, that's a horrible thing when they fall on you like that. And they digest you. Ugh. Gross. God, that can almost kill you. I mean, look at that. Ugh. Not good. Right, I'm going to deal with you. You either want a flaming weapon or something that has like arcane on for these guys. Got to be careful, but their hitboxes are a bit weird. It doesn't always connect. Oh, yeah, they drop pebbles for some reason. Not that I need any pebbles. God, it's misty down here. Okay, what's that about? Kidoki? Oh, it's another one of these cemetery chambers. Like a crypt. Okay, where are we going? Uh-oh. What was that? Oh fuck, it was that! Shit! And it killed a Thumerian. Great. Who's coming up behind me? That was, yeah, that was kind of self-defeating, really, wasn't it? Hello, what's this? How do I get that? Oh, you searched the body, okay. There must have been... Ah, yes, there he is. He's the one who pushed it down. So he can have a bit of a blat now, can't he? Blue elixir. Yay. I've never used it. I mean, I think I will use it on this playthrough because there is an area where we can. In the Nightmare of Mensis. You all know the one. You all know the one if you've played this game before. That bridge that has the winter lanterns on it that leads to the brain of Mensis. Yeah, that's where we'll use it. Just so we can get by the bastard things without having to fight them. I have never figured out... They're one of the only enemies in this game I've never figured out a tactic for fighting the Winter Lanterns. They are so tough. I mean, you don't even have to fight them. Just being near them, them looking at you can kill you. Okay, right. I need to go spend these blood echoes. I've got tons. Absolutely tons of the things. Hello, what are you doing? Goodbye. Everything looks like it's in pain in this game. Everything looks like it's suffering. There is not one thing that looks happy, hale or hearty. Oh, this bastard room. I hate this. There's... Yeah, this is really difficult. There are blobby things positioned up on the steps up there, and they keep blatting you with arcane attacks. It's a bastard of a room, this one. I hate it. I hate it good, I can tell you. Right. Okay. Yeah, there's one here and there's one here. Oh, you know what? Forget it. I tried to do this room so many times, and the positioning of the enemies is just a bastard. So I'm not going to bother. I did go and collect the blood echoes though, and I did spend them. Okay, I got some levels up from that, so worry you not. It wasn't a total loss. I didn't lose my 200,000 blood echoes, which would have been bad. I'm sure you'll agree. Doing the Marilyn Monroe thing there with my hunter. Okay. I think we opened the way to the boss, didn't we? So we can go and do the boss now. Or the next level, the next area. Oh no, we didn't. That was the annex, wasn't it? So we've got there's still a little bit of the Chalice dungeon to go. We've still got to do the 3rd floor. And no, you don't get 3 guesses for who the boss is. It should be absolutely clear at this point. Oh god, there are mobs of kin everywhere. Not good. Listen to them, listen to them. Whoop, 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 whoop. I love it, love it. God, how long must these guys have been down here, just like trying to commune with Ebrietas? Long, 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 long time. Quicksilver bullets, Quicksilver bullets. Okay, cool. God, look at the luminosity coming off the fungus and everything. It's great. I love it. Okay, there are smoke sensors down here. That means there are monsters. Oh, and I can hear a chime of a summoning point. Oh, lycanthropes. I haven't seen you for a while. Come on then. going to lead you away from your friend. I'm not taking you both on at once. Ow! Bastard. Ow! God, he's quick and he's tough. Bloody hell, I'm cocking this one up. One of the first enemies you bloody face and I'm cocking it up. I know how to deal with these guys. I mean, my god. You see what you're supposed to do? The way it's set up, you're supposed to get mobbed by both the kin and the lycanthropes at once, yeah? So you have to learn to lure them away from one another. Treat it like a puzzle. Don't treat it like a fighting game. Treat it like a puzzle game. That is the way to do it. I know it's weird. Oh, there's the summoning point. As I say, for the boss of this area, I will be using them. Because, although we faced the boss before, it's tough. It's a really nasty, aggressive version of that original boss. I mean, all the unique bosses we'll fight on our own, because I want to do that. But the bosses we've already fought on our own? Nah. There's no point, you know? Okay, right. Not the bloody smoke sensor, go away. I'd assume an unopenable door. Yeah, thought so. It opens from the other side. Oh, another mob. Oh, there's loads of them. Bloody hell. This is a great area to level up because they give... Oh, Great One's Wisdom. They give you loads of blood echoes. And I mean... Oh, kin cold blood. Lovely. They give you absolutely tons of blood echoes. And there's hundreds of them, so yeah, this is a great area to level up. It's also a great area to die if you're not careful. If they all notice you at once and start mobbing you at once, then you're going to be in trouble. Weapons that have got really good area of effects, like the Holy Moonlight Sword here, very good against these things. Look at them shudder when you hit them, I love it. It's a great subplot and handled so well. The sort of... I suppose it's an alien invasion subplot, isn't it? In its own peculiar Lovecraftian way. So I've got a hankering to read Lovecraft stuff again. I haven't for a while. I'm reading Gormenghast at the moment, so that's a little tricky. I certainly can't read Gormenghast and Lovecraft at the same time. But I think that may be my next one of my next reads, a redo of all of Lovecraft's stuff. It's been a long, long time. Yeah, this is peculiar. Where are we going? Hello! Oh no, it's a lantern wielder. Usually the lantern wielding enemies are pains. If they manage to swing that lantern, it calls lots of other enemies to them, and it buffs them, basically. Yeah, it would have woken these guys up. That's what that was designed to do. He would have swung his lantern, and it would have woken these guys up, and buffed them as well, made them hyper-aggressive. Clever. As it stands, they're all asleep. Which makes things easier for me. I'm very slow to rise as well. What have we got here? More ritual stuff is what I would guess. What have we got? What have we got? Oh, what was that? Yeah, interesting. That was a rare ritual item, so that'll be good. Can we open this now? Yay! Shortcut. Of sorts, I suppose. Right, I've got a fair few blood echoes, but not enough to warrant a trip to the hunter's dream. Not yet, anyway. Not unless I just want to buy, like, bullets or healing vials or whatever. Besides which, we haven't explored down here yet. There's a Thumerian that needs stabbing. There we are. Wait for it. Yeah. That would have gone down well, wouldn't it? Quickly, open the door! Open the door! Oof, God. Ha! God, that was quick. Hello. Oh, it's a werewolf. Yay. I'd assume the werewolves are actually the remnants of Bergenworth scholars who came down here, and of course of healing church members who imbibed the blood. As I say, there is there's another summoning point. That's a blue one. I don't know what the difference between the blue and the red ones is. Whether one is a different type of hunter or what. There's some interesting characters you can summon though. Really interesting, like, attired and weaponed characters. Kin Coldblood. Oh! Oh, these are rare. These baths are really interesting. You can usually buy unique items here, like these for example. Now look, all of these are unique versions of the main weapons that have different capacities, different capabilities, and they have different upgrade paths. It's really strange. You can buy like different versions. Oh yes, I want that. I want that. This is also one of the only ways you can buy some of the chalice dungeon chalices as well. So yeah, cool. Hello. So what's guarding the switch? Anything we should worry about? Nah, it's just a brain sucker. Nothing that bad really. Hello. Blech. As I say, I've already defeated a boss version. Oh, the switch cocked me up. God damn it. Come on. Gotcha. There we are. In the Hunter's Nightmare, we will actually see an echo of the experiments that the Healing Church conducted to turn people into things like this. It's gross, and it's a really nasty revelation. I mean, the stuff they were doing is even more horrific than you can imagine. It's basically eugenicist, you know, it's repulsive. Hello! Oh, something else died then as well. Don't know what. Quicksilver bullets await. Okay. That's fine by me. I love the messaging system. It's so funny. Okay, right. I'm going to use a bold hunter's mark. May as well. Saves me wandering through the chalice dungeon, doesn't it? Okie dokie, so I'll go and spend me blood echoes, then I will get back to it. I think it's time we went and had a go at the boss. Let's try it on our own first, and see if we can give it a good go. Probably can give it a good go. I mean, we won't defeat it, but we can give it a good go. It's a big old nasty. We already know well. We've met her before, once. We've certainly met her before once, and killed her. Got so many summoning points. What is with that? Are they aware of the fact that this version of the boss is a real bastard, basically? I think that may be the case, you know. Here she is. We've met her once. We've killed her once. It's Ebrietas, daughter of the cosmos. She's back. And she's tougher than ever. As you can see, she's got way more health. She takes off way more health with her attacks, and she always does her most aggressive attacks now. This version, look how much health she takes off. This version of Ebrietas is tough. It's really tough. Love this boss. It's such a cool entity. The design of it. Look at it. I mean, it's very Lovecraft inspired, isn't it? That much is very clear, but my god, is it gorgeous. The music, her soundtrack as well is amazing. Have you noticed that the church hunter's attire is based on her look? When we swing back around her, look closely, you'll see, you know, the sort of wing, look, the wings that the black and white church hunters have on the backs of their outfits, she's got. So that kind of suggests that the church hunters took inspiration for that from her. Isn't it? Kind of interesting, yeah? Very clever little design motifs like that all over the game. All over it. Everything has synergy and synchronicity. It's just brilliant. Oh, clipping through the environment a bit there, Ebrietas. She was trying to do an embrace attack there, which is not nice. Listen to that. Oh, God. Ow! God, that charge move was such a pain. Oh, she's clipping through the wall a bit there. We can forgive that, though. She's a Lovecraftian entity. She's extra-dimensional. She doesn't entirely exist in this plane of existence, so it's fine. Oh, wow. Oh, here we go. This is her second phase, where she gets all arcane on me. Now she's tough. Now she's going to do some real damage. Even getting close to her hurts you, look. Because of that field of arcane power she surrounds herself with. Actually, we're not doing too badly with it at the moment. Ah, I've spoken too soon. She's going to blat us now. Come on. Oh no, well, we got out. We got out. Cripes. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Frenzy causing blood. No, thank you. She is so tough in this incarnation. Oh, here we go. It's like a lot of these big bosses, you really do... Oh, oh shit. Oh shit, no, no, no. Oh, she got us. She got us with her big arcane attack. Okay, right. So I've summoned 2 hunters, okay? And we're gonna take her down. We're gonna blat her. Of course, she'll likely kill most of my party before we manage to blat her, but that's fine. They are expendable. Aren't you, my dears? Tomb Prospector... Oh, one of them's got the amygdalan arm. I'm going to have to show you that. It's a great weapon. I love my amygdalan arm. It's one of my favourites. Go on. Distract her. That's pretty much what they are, you know, to be honest. When you summon other characters or players, they kind of largely act as distractions. I mean, other players are very useful. Very useful. If only because most of them are way better at this game than I am. So they can really carry you, you know? They can really carry you. Oh god, look at it. It's such a beautiful creature. I love the wings. The way the wings are kind of fungal structures. It's brilliant. This is a slightly different coloration as well from the main game, I noticed. Oh god, she's tough. Look how much health she took off from me there. One hit. There's a lot of this. There's another one we're fighting at the moment, the Loran Dark Beast. And that is another version of Dark Beast Parl, but much tougher. It's a pain. So much more aggressive and so much more deadly than the normal Dark Beast Parl. Uh-oh, what's she doing? That's it, my allies are doing really well here, I've got to say. That music is incredible, isn't it? One of my favourite soundtracks in this game, actually. All of the bosses have their own bespoke soundtracks, by the way. Their own themes and everything, which is great. Oh, what's she doing? She's doing her arcane stuff, I think. Yeah, here we go. This is where the fight really starts, to be honest. This is her forte. She is one of the... Alongside Marta Logarius, she's one of the most powerful arcane entities in the game. One of the most powerful. Listen to that arcane, like... It's so cool. We've got arcane attacks too, but they're not that great against her, as you can see. They don't really do much. They basically chip away at her. Old Hunter Madman Waller. Great name. Great name. He's going to be dead very soon, unfortunately. So weird if we're not careful. Oh, there he goes. Madman Waller. Brilliant name. Come on, let's get in there and let's really blat her. It's oh, the other one's dead as well. Oh, that's not good. Oh, here we go. Oh, God, we nearly got caught there. God, she's tough. Oh, fuck! Oh, shit. She's a lot more aggressive than she was in the main game, so she doesn't give you much time to heal, you know. Not much at all. She is tough. Whoa! That attack is a pain, where she flies at you and headbutts you. Oh, here we go again. Look at her focusing on that attack, I love it. She's nearly there. Nearly there. If we can fend her off, if we can maintain, she's nearly there. Holy shit. One of my favourite bosses in this game. I mean, there's not one I dislike, they're all amazing. They're all beautiful creatures. Oh god, the amount of health she takes off! Unbelievable! I thought she had me then. I really thought she had me then. Oh god. Oh dear. Frenzy causing blood. Delicious. So yeah, this is what the Healing Church was worshipping. And what they were using as the basis for all their experiments. Kinda gross. Oof. I wonder what Bergenworth thought of that. Well, we know what Bergenworth thought of that. They were not happy. No one in this game is happy. Actually, that's not true. What's his face from the Nightmare of Mensis? He's happy when you find him. Fuck. Fuck. Oh, I thought we were done then. Right, that's it. Get in there, and she is dead for a second time. Ebrietas, Daughter of the Cosmos. When we come back, my loves, more delving into the unspoken secrets of Yharnam. Until then, bye-bye.